love films, I always have. Movies provide a world into adventure and learning that we otherwise would not know existed. The act of sharing something I am passionate about enhances my excitement for it and motivates me to share my knowledge and excitement with others. It is very important that students are given the opportunity to explore what they are passionate about. So given the opportunity to create my first film, naturally, I chose my favorite producer-director, Steven Spielberg. Let's look at how he became such a professional and innovative director and producer. Steven Spielberg, one of the best filmmakers of all time. He is such an inspiration to me because he has directed so many of my favorite movies, like E.T. and Jurassic Park. I hope that one day I can be a director just like him. Steven Allen Spielberg was born on December 18, 1946 in Cincinnati, Ohio. Steven grew up in a suburbia at the time where life was dull, but his household was far from dull. Steven was bullied in school because he was dyslexic, and it was hard for him to read. On Father's Day that year, his mom gave his father a movie camera. Steven loved that camera. He staged and filmed crashes with his Lionel trains and watched the films over and over. Steven's pivotal moment in film came when he decided to make a 9-minute Western to earn a merit badge in his Boy Scout troop. He cast his fellow Boy Scouts as cowboys, and when he screened it for his fellow Scouts, they went insane, cheering, shouting, and screaming. Steven said it was in that moment I knew I wanted to do this for the rest of my life. Steven is now a teenager, and he decided to write and direct his first independent film, titled Fighter Squad. It would later inspire his famous big screen movie, Close Encounters. It was a tour on the Universal Studios backlot that got him in his first taste of the silver screen. The curious teen caught the eye of a studio executive after he wrote and directed the film Amblin. The executive offered Steven Spielberg a 7-year directing contract, making him the youngest director to ever be signed to a major Hollywood studio. Steven's first couple of films were flops, but then he made the record-breaking film Jaws. Jaws was a box office hit. It broke records and changed Steven's life. He went on to create popular hits such as E.T. and Close Encounters of the Third Kind, which gave him his first Emmy nomination. In the 1980s, Steven Spielberg decided to team up with George Lucas, the brilliant director of Star Wars. They really wanted to make a movie together, and as a result came the epic film Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. His adventures were amazing, and it was a huge hit. Everybody loved it. Steven was not afraid to cover very serious events in his movies like the Holocaust and slavery. For example, in Schindler's List, he shows the Holocaust, and in The Color Purple, he depicted the controversial topic of slavery. Steven's most recent film was Ready Player One, a movie about a virtual world called the Oasis and the battle for control of it. Steven is a legend in film. He has revolutionized movies with his sci-fi stories and incredible special effects. He has inspired many filmmakers with his serious topics and sad stories that also have huge laughs. If you are a filmmaker, aspiring filmmaker like me, Steven Spielberg has probably had some influence on you as well. Film is very important to me. It has strengthened my relationships with my uncle and grandpa. It's a way to travel to a different world, like Pandora, or even travel back in time in movies like Back to the Future. Movies have made me closer with so many people in my life, and without movies, well, I just wouldn't be me.